So if you're running a business in Dubai right now, you might be feeling a very specific and honestly a very common type of frustration. You know the feeling. You feel like you're doing absolutely everything. You're posting on Instagram, you're running ads, you're constantly asking for referrals from your network, but despite all of that effort, and let's be real, all of that money spent on marketing, you're still not getting a consistent, predictable flow of qualified leads every single month. Well, if that sounds familiar, this is absolutely going to be the most important explainer you engage with this year. Let's get right into it. Why are you getting clicks, but no actual clients? I mean, it is incredibly frustrating to open up a dashboard, see hundreds of clicks, and yet your phone literally isn't ringing. Now, a lot of business owners, they'll immediately blame what they're selling, but the problem usually isn't your product. Your product is likely fantastic. The real issue is the underlying architecture of your marketing. You see, you don't actually have a lead system. What you have are lead activities. Okay, let's dive into this distinction, because it's the foundational concept of our source material today from Rajput Digital Marketing. On one hand, we have lead activities. These are disjointed tactics, essentially random acts of marketing. And then on the other hand, we have a lead system. This is a connected, unified engine. Doing random activities and operating a fully integrated system are two completely different things. And honestly, confusing the two is exactly what drains a marketing budget.
Section 1, the lead activity trap.
To really wrap our heads around this, we need to look at what the current chaotic state of marketing actually looks like for most businesses operating in the UAE. Here's exactly what this trap looks like in practice. A business will post some content. Maybe they decide to boost a post because, they want a bit more reach. They might get a few inquiries, but nothing really comes of them. So, feeling kind of desperate, they hire someone to run ads. They spend, say, 3,000 dirhams. They get clicks, but again, no actual clients. And then they're right back to square one, completely baffled as to why their marketing isn't working. The real reason? It's simple but devastating. Nobody ever built the full pipeline.
Section 2, building the full pipeline.
So how do we actually get out of this trap? Well, we do it by unpacking the blueprint of a successful marketing pipeline. We have to move away from those random activities and actually build a connected engine. It's a 4-step, logically flowing system. Step 1, you need content and ads that attract the right people and actively push them to take action. Step 2, that traffic must flow to a dedicated landing page designed specifically to convert them. Step 3, a CRM or customer relationship management tool has to capture that lead's information automatically. And step 4, your team needs to know exactly how to work the system and follow up. Traffic has to flow logically from that initial ad all the way to your team's follow-up call.
So here's the absolutely crucial point. Right now, you probably have one or two of these pieces in place. But if you're missing even one piece of this puzzle, or if none of these pieces are actually communicating and connected to each other, the entire system breaks down. It's like a leaky bucket. That is exactly why leads fall through the cracks. You paid for the attention, sure, but you just didn't have the architecture to catch it.
Section 3, the 30-day engine build. Now you might be wondering, how do you actually construct this cohesive engine from scratch? And how long does it take? According to the source, it happens in a clear 30-day timeline across 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 is strategy. This isn't just blindly jumping into ads, it's coming into your business, understanding what you actually sell, who your absolute best clients are, and what makes them choose you. Phase 2 is the build, where the engine is constructed from the ground up. And Phase 3 is the handoff, ending with a fully trained team. 30 days, the whole shebang, done.
Let's look a little closer at what physical assets are actually created during this 30-day sprint. The team creates your content and video scripts and even edits those videos. They set up your ads, whether that's Meta, Google, or whatever makes the most sense for your specific business. They build that converting landing page. But most importantly, they integrate full tracking. You will know exactly where every single lead came from. Plus, that CRM setup ensures that no lead ever gets forgotten again.
And let's see how this translates into real-world results. Our source shares this incredible specific data point, a transition from getting just 3 inbound leads a month to 20 inbound leads within just 6 weeks of launch. This is exactly what happens for service businesses, consultancies, and agencies across Dubai when they finally stop relying on random marketing activity and start relying on a systemized approach that their team actually understands and that just keeps producing.
Section 4, ownership and team handover.
Now, this handover phase usually triggers a very common friction point. You might be asking yourself right now, do I need a big marketing budget to make this work? A lot of business owners just assume that a sophisticated system requires an absolutely massive monthly ad spend. But the source material addresses this objection head-on, and it turns it into a great educational moment about how scalability really works.
Honestly, no. You really don't need a huge budget. Whether you're spending 1,500 dirhams a month on ads or 15,000 dirhams a month, the system works exactly the same. Why? Because what is being built is the rock-solid infrastructure. The precise targeting, the engaging creative, the automated follow-up. The budget simply scales volume inside of that exact same system. Think of it like plumbing. The pipes are already laid down, you're just turning up the water pressure. The foundation doesn't change just because the budget increases.
And this leads to another major difference in this approach. Traditionally, businesses find themselves held hostage. They're entirely reliant on an external agency to run their ads, and they don't really know how it works under the hood. The methodology we're exploring today focuses on full ownership. The goal isn't just to run ads for you, it's to build something you own outright. It gets handed over to your internal team with comprehensive training so you are entirely in control.
So, what you should really take away from this explainer is a clear mandate for your business. You must analyze your current setup to see exactly where the holes are. You've got to identify those missing links, the places where traffic just isn't communicating with your CRM. You have to fix the pipeline, and ultimately, you must build a true lead engine. According to the source material, this isn't just some neat best practice, it is the fundamental reality of modern marketing infrastructure. I want to leave you with this final, really provocative thought to reflect on. Take a hard look at your own business right now. What disjointed, random lead activities are you doing today, spending money on, wasting time on, that absolutely need to be connected into a unified lead system tomorrow? It's time to stop doing random activities and start building your engine. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.